what is the biggest difference between Indo and Singaporean customers?
Mindset, definitely.
I do know that even weddings in Singapore is so different from weddings in Indonesia. Like for in Indonesians, right, weddings must be grand.
Yes.
Like it must be a very big thing.
Yes.
But for Singaporeans, it's like practicality is the most important.
Yeah.
But why did you choose to be a photographer instead of just working a stable job?
I just don't really like routines. I like every day doing different things.
In business, nothing is stable.
Yeah.
Right? To you, freelance is more rewarding than working in a corporate job.
Definitely. So suddenly there's so many new photographers.
How many percent would you give to Indonesian customers as compared to Singapore?
Maybe 30.
And in this video, we're gonna be talking about his life as a Singaporean in Singapore, taking the unconventional route of not living in a corporate world, but actually doing a job which is like as a photographer. And then we're gonna ask him to try out Indonesian food that we have here so that he can also give his remarks because I think there's a few Indonesian food that he has not tried before, and I think it's very interesting to just add it inside our channel so that Singaporeans know more about Indo culture as well.
Sure.
Okay, so as a start, maybe you can give us an introduction. What do you do as a photographer in Singapore?
Yeah. So basically I do wedding photography. That's my main kind of like genre that I'm doing. Sometimes I do a little bit of corporate, but I think I still prefer shooting wedding.
You're doing corporate?
I mean shooting corporate.
Oh, shooting
Like
corporate.
event, yeah.
Okay. But why did you choose to be a photographer instead of just working a stable job?
I just don't really like routines. I don't really like to drag my feet to work, like 9 to 6, like everyone does, climbing the corporate ladder. I mean, it's safe to be honest, but I'm a little bit more adventurous. So I like every day doing different things instead of like every day going to the same place doing the same thing. It just feels too repetitive. So I just prefer to have more surprise every day. Yeah, meet different people. Yeah, going out there under the sun, no aircon.
Okay. But is the work that you do, I mean, when you left your corporate job, right, there must be a stable income.
Yeah.
Is your earning as a photographer more than what you earn in corporate?
Yes. So what makes the decision is when for wedding, it's actually more safe. Why? It's because clients book you 1 year in advance. Half a year to 1 year in advance, sometimes even 1.5 years in advance. So you can actually look at your calendar and determine whether for the next 1 year, is it you can survive. Yeah. So back then I weighed my options. Then I feel like, okay, why not? Let's do this, because I want to focus on on the weekday without working on as a in the corporate job. I can actually focus on getting more clients, go and meet the clients, doing maybe out doing my editing instead of working day job and at night come back still need to edit photos and need to go and meet clients. So it's very tiring. So I want to focus my energy on a weekday to do just focus more on my photography business instead. Yeah.
Okay, but people before they decide to jump to something new, right? They would calculate, okay, my freelance job is definitely gonna pay me.
Yes.
Was there a point where you felt like, yes, this is gonna pay me well when you left the job? Or it was still enough, half capacity?
It's still half capacity.
Okay.
So it's like you can gauge the next 6 months at least, you have how many jobs coming in. Yeah, so I was just like, okay, I got thoughts about what if the next year I don't have a job?
Yeah.
So maybe go back to corporate lah. No lah. But I will, I tell myself if I quit my full-time job, I will focus 100% on my freelancing. So I will make sure that I can I need to work in order to survive. Yeah, so I work extra hard for it.
Okay. And in the end, it did beat your corporate
Yes,
salary.
definitely. My corporate salary is not that high anyway. So
Okay.
yeah, so it's to me back then I didn't ask for much. So in terms of when I jump over to doing freelancing, the money is actually pretty good enough.
Okay. But then when you decided you want to be a photographer, right? You really had no backup plan. Like,
Yeah, I didn't think of any backup plans.
okay.
Yeah, but now I think after being doing this for like 7 years, yeah, I think it's good to have some backup plans.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because as a corporate worker,
Mm.
if they climb up the corporate ladder, actually their salary will go up, right? And
Yes.
in business, nothing is stable.
Yeah.
Right. So, but to you, freelance is more rewarding than working in a corporate job.
Definitely.
Okay. Were there any people or like strangers who suggested you to do some business partnership or anything for your photography?
Surprising, no. Yeah, I mean because our partnership are usually like you have a business, I have a business. Like let's say videographer, I'm a photographer. Yes, let's partner. Yeah, but it's like different company. Yeah, then we always help each other. Even photographer, we help each other as well. Like because in especially weddings, you can only shoot one wedding a day, right? So in a year, sometimes they have a lot of weddings that happens on the same date because it's popular dates, you see. So usually we will sometimes, let's say I'm not available, I will actually refer it to another photographer, which is also my friend. Yeah, so it's, in this industry we help each other.
Okay. And over the last 7 years, have you seen like year-on-year growth? And if there's not, then what's the highest and what's the lowest for yourself?
You mean growth, like in like what?
Your photography service growth.
Oh, I would say it's actually up and down. It's like roller coaster, you see. Like when we on a certain year, it's good. Like maybe, for example, COVID, it drops, right? Because COVID, we can't have weddings.
Yeah.
But after COVID, it spikes up like crazy because all the weddings that supposed to happen on 2020, it's postponed to 2021 and 2022. So that year was like really top, like really best. And and the following year it started to drop a little bit because it's like kind of like back to normal. And then last year it dropped. I mean, many factors like the economy is not doing well, people are not spending much. Also like based on Chinese, the calendar, yeah, it's also a lot of factors in, like, for example, the dates, the good dates are not enough. So most of the wedding will fall on to that particular dates. Yeah, so we have to cater to this kind of like understand what's going on for the next year, and then you can predict whether it's going to be a good or bad year. Yeah.
So is the good year that you mentioned covers like for the next few years or no?
I can say yes, it really depends on your spending. For me, I spend a lot. So,
Okay.
so you see, like on a good year you really can earn like
6 figure.
5 lah. 6 is a bit crazy.
Okay.
I'm talking about 1 month. 1 month.
No, 1 year.
1 year 6 is definitely 6 figure.
Ah.
It's definitely more than 6 figure. I mean 6 figures within like it can be even like mid 6 figure. I would say it's quite good.
In a good year.
On a good year, yeah.
Oh.
I mean, you almost every weekend you are shooting weddings. On the weekday, I'm shooting pre-wedding or I'm shooting corporate shoot as well. So it's like really, really good. But on a bad year, maybe still 6 figures lah for 1 year. But perhaps maybe low, like really low. Yeah. Low 6 figure, yeah. So you see, you have to really gauge.
Okay, but 6 figure is already a lot. That can be more than any corporate job that allows you to. Unless you're like in a director role, then yeah.
Yeah, but however, you see, we don't have CPF, right? Yeah, we don't technically we don't really contribute to CPF. Only thing is MediSave is a must lah. Yeah, so the other options is maybe investment, which is I'm not very well versed in it. Yeah, and I also like love to travel, especially past 2 years. So it's you spend a lot. Revenge travel, right? You spend so much, right? So you see, yeah. So I would say that like lesson learned lah. It's like you whatever you earn, don't spend so much.
Okay.
Invest.
Invest.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you were to invest earlier, definitely your money will grow more.
Yeah, I got yes a little bit lah, but I feel that like perhaps maybe I should focus more on that. I think
okay.
for long term.
So, what has been your biggest struggle when creating this photography service?
You mean weddings?
Yeah.
Struggles
Biggest struggle, like you feel like you want to give up.
Wow. I would say this year is quite struggling. Last year, not this year, last year, because I said last year was actually not a lot of wedding jobs. So remember I mentioned that 2021 and 2022 is where it was
really
on the
hits.
peak, right? So many newcomers as well, new photographers come into the industry as well. Why? It's because they perhaps maybe they see like, oh, hey, weddings is good business, I can earn a lot of money. Yes and no lah. Yeah, but you see, so suddenly there's so many new photographers, or not just videographers as well, makeup artists, they came into the industry. And then 2023, 2024, it started to drop, right? The number of people still around, but there's lesser clients. So it's kind of like the demand is lower than the supply. Yeah, so it become like that's the reason why we find ourselves perhaps maybe not enough jobs to compared to the previous year. Yeah, so that's the struggle, and it comes to a point where sometimes I'm thinking whether I should do something else.
Yeah.
Or worst come to worst, go back to do corporate job, which is no, I don't want.
Yeah, cause like even starting, I just quit my job like 2 months ago. So I think the struggle for me is like I constantly think, what should I improve? What should I do the next phase and everything? So I don't know. I feel like I'm in a confusion state right now, but that's why I interview people like you guys to give me some inspiration on what it takes to actually do work that is outside corporate job. Yeah, and maybe you can share, what do you think help you to overcome your struggles currently?
I think for me it's more like every day trying new things. Yeah, like perhaps maybe look for inspirations. Like I'll just go on like Instagram, Pinterest, look for like how I can improve myself in terms of like how I should perceive like shooting weddings in different ways, because I feel that we cannot always stay at where we are. We have always try new things so that we can improve. And also, I mean, things change very fast, especially in Singapore. Like economy change very fast. Like the way people spend money change very fast as well. Last time maybe people willing to spend more on weddings, perhaps now it's lesser. So how can we actually meet their needs, you see, but at the same time not lower our standards, you see. We have to always keep our standard there, and at the same time, we will try to find something that is not creatively more like, as a creative, right, we need to constantly try new things so that we can always improve, right? So we cannot always do the same thing, and then in the end of the day we will fall back, you see. Yeah, because everybody is advancing and then you're not. Yeah, so I feel that like in freelancing is fun, is because you have more times for you to really work on your give more space for creativity. Yeah, whereas when you're working at a corporate job, I don't think so. You don't really have a lot of time to see. Yeah, you need to sleep more.
The creativity part is from the top management, isn't it? Like they're the ones who tell us what to do and we think, and I mean there are some parts of creativity, but it's limited to what we can explore.
Yeah, but I feel that like when you are freelancing, you technically you can do anything you want. Yeah, and everything you do leads to a certain results. So of course there's certain risks lah. So I felt that like I think risk is good. It helps you to push yourself more. Yeah, if not, I mean every day you think about like how I'm gonna feed myself for the next few months. But if let's say there's not enough job, yeah, you have to think out of the box already.
Okay.
You know, be desperate a little bit more.
Okay, must be desperate.
Yeah. When times are not good, definitely you'll be desperate, right?
Yeah. But what makes you stand out from other photographers, wedding photographers?
What's making me stand out? I felt that like actually back then I asked myself these questions for like many times. Yeah. I look at especially weddings in Singapore, photographers in Singapore. Most of the photographers, especially the younger one, they love things that are more trendy. More, it's not saying something trendy is nice. Like everybody loves something that's like trendy, especially the color or perhaps maybe the mood of the shots. But for me, I personally prefer something more classic, timeless. So I always, when couple ask me the same questions, I always tell them, if you want to look at when you look at your photo 10 years later, after your wedding, I still want you to feel that it feels very recent because it's very timeless. Whereas I don't want them to feel like 10 years later, oh my god, why am I doing this?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So that is something that, but it doesn't cater to all the crowd. You see, it's a very niche market. Like especially the more mature audience, they will have this mindset more. They will feel that like they want something that in the long run, like let's say 10 years later, when they look back at the photos, they still feel like, oh, it feels very, very recent. Instead of like, oh my gosh, how come last time my photo looked like that?
Yeah.
Because trends change every time, you see. But whereas like, timelessness kind of aesthetic, it will remains. Yeah.
And you attract Indonesian customers as well? Or?
Yeah. Surprisingly.
How many % would you give to Indonesian customers as compared to Singapore?
Maybe 30.
30% Indonesian.
Back then, there's quite a lot. Now slightly lesser, I feel. But back then, I remember, especially during COVID, after COVID, many Indonesians are actually in Singapore. Then we can't travel, so they actually hold their wedding in Singapore, and that's where, they can't fly in Indonesian team as well back then. So just nice that I think they find that my photos, I think they like my photo now. Aesthetically, I think also because I follow a lot of Indonesian photographers. So I feel that like my style can resonate with them. So that's what I feel lah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then when I started shooting one, then the second one came. When I started shooting the second one, third and fourth came.
Okay, word of mouth.
I think word of mouth definitely, and I realized that they are all the same clique.
Oh,
like,
actually yes, that's about Indonesian customers.
They have like Singapore, the community for Indonesian is like they know each other. I realized when I went to shoot like this couple's wedding, and then I saw my ex couples there as well. Then I saw my another couple that I about to shoot their wedding. So it's like, oh my gosh, why everybody? It's like together, they know each other, right?
Yeah. Oh, and what is the biggest difference between Indo and Singaporean customers, you feel?
Wow, mindset definitely. Like I feel that Singaporeans are more reserved.
Reserved lah.
Yeah.
Like cannot kiss in front of a camera.
They can lah. But I mean, they are not so. They are more shy. I feel. Like me, I'm very shy. like whereas like you see for Indo, right? When I shoot their weddings, I feel that like they have a lot of chemistry between, let's say, for example, parents. And the veiling? Sometimes we do veiling at that period of time. Sometimes we will ask them to like talk to each other, hug and stuff. Most of the time they'll cry. They will express themselves freely. Well, and it makes my work, like my job, more easy. But whereas like Singaporean, when you ask them to do that, don't want lah, paiseh, and your parents were like stone there looking at you like, okay guys, like, relax a little bit. Yeah, so Singaporeans definitely a little bit more warm up. Yeah, but most I would say that's the most. But where Indonesians, they're very natural in front of camera. I know why, because Indonesians love taking photos. Am I right? Yeah, because like you see, they have so many milestones in life, like sweet 17, they take photos. What else? Like maybe family portraits, yearly family portraits. It's like a thing in Indonesia, but where in Singapore, like not a lot of people does that. Yeah, what is sweet 17? No, maybe 21 years old, I just have a party with my friend. That's all. Don't need to take photos. Yeah, so like it's also the lifestyle lah, you know. So that's why I feel that like Indonesia are a lot more comfortable in front of camera, whereas Singaporeans are a little bit more reserved.
Ah, okay, that's very interesting. And I didn't know until you tell me that, but I do know that even weddings in Singapore is so different from weddings in Indonesia. Like for in Indonesians, right, weddings must be grand.
Yes.
Like it must be a very big thing.
Yes.
But for Singaporeans, it's like practicality is the most important.
Yeah, I think it's also because Singapore is expensive.
Yeah.
Right, like flowers are expensive, hotels are expensive. So, and most of the time Singapore, real mindset will be thinking about like, you know, oh, I'd rather spend the money on honeymoon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
correct.
so it's pretty practical. But whereas like Indo, they just, it's my once in a lifetime event. I want it to be big. I want it to be glam. You know, it's let's go for it. Yeah. So, and since they love taking photos so much, right? And like I find that when I shooting Indonesian weddings, there is the timeline is more. There's more buffer, whereas they cater like maybe 1 hour to do a portrait sessions for herself with a bridesmaid, or perhaps maybe with the parents. Whereas in Singapore, oh no, not in time, don't have time already. We have to go. Like rush from one point to the other point to the other point. So yeah, it kind of like I'm not saying that it's not good. It's just the different weddings, you know, and because of that, it will kind of like affects our, you know, my creativity as a photographer. Yeah.
Okay, and that is why you learn Bahasa Indonesia also, right?
A little bit lah, sikit saja.
Because you love Indo.
Yeah, I love Indo food.
Indo food and the culture is it?
Yeah, people are nice as well. So far, like when I go to Bali, my friends in Bali will bring me around, and I can say their hospitality was like so good.
Yeah.
I really.
I also feel Indo hospitality is much better.
Yes.
Than anything in this world.
Yes.
Yeah, anywhere in this world, I feel like Indo is the best.
Because like, let's talk about the wedding, right? Like in Indo, as you say already, like weddings in Indo is grand, like most of the time. And I must say the photography standard there is good.
Yeah.
It's so competitive that the individuals there, they will force themselves to have a certain standard. Yeah. So that makes them, I feel, more unique. And when I know last time when I started photography, I look at Indonesian photographers. Yeah, because I felt that photo is really nice, well curated, and there's a lot of creativity, you know, going on. Like, oh, I can shoot like that. Oh, wow, this is nice, you know. And but whereas back then when I was in Singapore, because Singapore is, you know, we're so small already, and our weddings in Singapore, the venues is so small.
Yeah.
Like so you know, it's kind of like really like a box, and you have to really think out of the box to be creative. You see? Yeah. So sometimes I felt that like, you know, I would just look at overseas photographers for inspiration.
Okay. And do you have any like concluding words before we start on our Indonesian platter?
Wow, I can't wait to eat. I'm hungry.
So do you have any concluding words for those who, let's say, want to start on this new journey as a photographer?
Someone new lah, want to come in the industry. Join me lah. I'll say it's definitely not easy. Why? Is because you'll be by yourself. It's a lonely journey, I would say. Make small friends, it will help a lot more. So, and do it because you love it. Yeah, you love the job. You love creating content. You love creating moments, shooting moments, documenting moments for your clients. So all this, I think, is very important. If you're coming in for the money, sorry, you're not in the right industry.
Why? The money is small?
I feel that like if you work corporate, it's more stable. Yeah, it's like you are taking a 50-50 chance whether you come into this industry, whether you will make it. Yeah. Whereas, you know, in corporate, it's definitely you just climbing the ladder, ma. Yeah. But of course, corporate I don't really have education cert. Like when I didn't really study much last time, so I know that if I climb corporate ladders, I won't go that far. I felt. So that's the reason why I thought that, okay, why not I come out and do something that I love and see whether, you know, I can make it work. Yeah. So definitely, I think you have to love your job. Then you can come in, because in the end of the day, it's all about passion. Yeah.
Even though it's not making money.
Yeah, I can sometimes, to be honest, really, there are some occasion that we don't make money, but it makes ourselves happy. Yeah, we don't really make a lot of money at some point. Like, some projects maybe perhaps is not well paid, but we still go for it. Why? Because I feel that like when I do that, I feel that it's maybe good for portfolio, and I feel more fulfilling. Why not, right? Yeah.
Okay, so that is the concluding word from Matthew. If anyone wants to support your work, can they find you? Instagram?
Yeah, uptails. Just Instagram will do. Where's the box?
DM him. His photos are really good, and I initially thought he was Indonesian. Like I was speaking to him in Indonesian language because he's like more well known among the Indonesians lah. So yeah. Okay. Thank you for being here, and let's try this Indo food. So we have the food platter here. Go Food kindly sponsored us this food, and we have this this is that one, I believe, with the soup, and this is the kapal selam, and this is the customized platter. So I'm gonna open it together. Yeah, this is a custom platter, guys, and I want him to try because he has never tried before. Okay, so now he's gonna try this pempek selam. By the way, this is like a special cuisine in Indo. It's like a fish cake. And a pempek selam contains like egg inside, and it's really like my favorite food. So you should try it with the cuko.
Okay.
Okay, try. How's the taste?
Enak. With the sauce especially.
Oh, is it? The pempek is really authentic. I think it's like, this is the kind of pempek that you would find in Indo as well. We tried this one. It's like tahu isi. So inside the tofu, there's something inside. Did you try? Yeah, okay, you can try with the peanut sauce. Peanut sauce or this sweet chili. Wow, you take so much try. Nice or not? Spicy?
No. Wait. Is it the peanut sauce?
This is peanut sauce.
Yeah, it's spicy.
I think it's supposed to be.
A little bit only.
How is it?
Nice.
This is the ota. You can try as well.
Oh, the otah is very different, eh?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
This is the white one. There's red one.
The red one, yeah. I eat the red one.
How? Nice?
Very different, eh?
Different Different from the ota you tried before.
Yeah, because I tried the red one. It's more spicy.
Yeah.
And
Red is spicy.
So this is not spicy one.
This is not the spicy version. But it's definitely authentic, and there's a lot of meat to it. Okay. Shall we try the dessert?
Sure.
Have you tried this before?
I think I tried the green one before.
Okay. So this is what it looks like. So you can try this ongol. You should put the coconut flakes. How is it? Really? Why? As compared to the ones you tried previously.
No, because texture. But this one, I tried the green one before. But this one is another flavor, I'll say.
Yeah, it's like gula merah. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, it's like so chewy in your mouth. Yeah.
Okay, try this one. Kue ijo.
I prefer this one.
Why? Is this more sweet or
less sweet also? But I felt that maybe the kind of like gula melaka kind of taste.
More flavorful.
Very flavorful, yeah.
Okay.
This one, maybe I tried something green before. I tried this kind of the green one before. So like it's something that perhaps maybe similar.
Okay.
But this one is more surprising. Like
okay. They also sell the steam bun, but I think you tried steam bun before. Like
Yeah.
in Singapore,
Singapore,
right?
steam bun.
So it's pretty similar. And you have already tried the dessert, so we're gonna try the soup.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you heard of that one before.
No.
No.
Never.
Okay, now it's time for you to try.
Mm.
Is it the first time you tried this?
Yeah, first time.
What's the taste like?
Like I feel that there's a lot of ingredients inside.
Flavorful, ah?
Very flavorful. It's not very thick, but it is still very flavorful. You see, it means like it's like very smoothing. Yeah.
Would you eat this like everyday basis? No.
Not every day lah. I will eat this like maybe when I'm in Indonesia, I don't mind eating it. It's like casually eating.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Can I eat the fish cake?
You rate this Indonesian food from 10?
Upon 10.
Upon 10, yeah.
Wow, why is this so difficult to me? I will definitely rate it 8 upon 10.
Okay. Do you prefer Indo food or Singapore food?
Indo, don't you say? Indo.